Welcome to the Sportz Vodcast, number 5. Number 5 is alive. What was that Short Circuit? That was the name of that movie.
Short Circuit.
Bad new movie, one great catchphrase.
Okay.
Number 5 is alive. Have you seen it?
Yes, a millennia ago when it first came out.
Jamie Stedman.
Still,
Jamie.
strangely.
I think I was going to finally have that stroke I've been working towards. Jamie.
Can't be long. And it just got better.
Stedman from sliceradio.com.au, or if you're in America, Slice Global. It'll be here. I'll be there.
It'll be over there somewhere.
.com, sliceglobal.com. Sports, lots happening and only 15 minutes to report it in. What do you want to start with? Stedo.
It'll be less than that. Right, firstly, the Origin. It's Monday night, Dan, 2 days prior.
State of Origin, Rugby League, New South Wales and Queensland, head-to-head, state-to-state.
The game, the best. It's the best of the best. Watch it. If you're not familiar with it, do yourself a favour and watch it.
I'll be there, throwing Molotovs.
It's up in Queensland. I think we'll lose. That's a much better look for you.
You will.
You should do more often.
That's why I quite often wear a beard. Anything covering my face, anything that'll cover my face is beneficial.
Now, I think we'll lose purely and simply because of the disruptions to the team, to New South Wales' team. However, hopefully, I'll be proven wrong, which happens a bit.
Yep, it does.
I do suck. Quickly to the cricket, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
There's been some news today. They've sacked the coach. The Ashes are 16 days away, and Mickey Arthur, the coach, the South African coach. Why we needed a South African, I'll never know. But anyway, he's been sacked.
They're stats guys, aren't they? Cricket coaches, basically.
Very much so. With the technology they've got at their disposal these days. But let's be honest, he's not been performing. His team has not been performing. So why are we sacking him? I mean, wow.
Because obviously the rumblings have come up that they don't like him. They've lost respect in him.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
so much about overseas tours or about the vibe.
You know what? If you're batting, you blokes bat well and bowl well, you can have a say in things. Until then, shut up. Get out of it.
Like a pendulum, I am. Look at that.
Yeah, it was a pendulum that used to get missed easily by the ball.
Pendulum wasn't long enough or wide enough. No. I called for an extra pendulum a couple of times. I did not get the support I wanted out of the coach.
Not even a bit.
I couldn't even get you sacked.
Now, apparently, Michael Clarke has quit as a selector. Now, the Australian cricket team, the touring captain, has always traditionally been a selector. He's quit as well, which you would think would be in support of Mickey Arthur. I don't.
No, he wants to stay in the side and out of conjecture.
Well, he's going to stay in the side. He's the only decent batsman.
I know, but I mean next year and the year before and the year after that.
Yeah, well,
he's sick of getting in the middle of all these crap fights.
Yeah, well,
so am I.
He basically is the cause of some of them. Well, perhaps. Anyway, Darren Lehman has stepped in, and he will do good things. He goes good.
I've always respected him as a...
Now, Pat Howard, Dan, there's a name for you.
Person.
Pat Howard. Australian Rugby Union Centre.
Is
the Cricket Australian high performance coach or high performance chief. Pat Howard, you sacked Mickey Arthur.
Yeah.
Perhaps you need a mirror in your bedroom, because if he's the high performance dude, where does the buck stop? If you're going to sack the coach, sack the goddamn high performance tool that has never played cricket before.
Yeah, I know, but they're getting too technical. You can't be too technical.
Well, who are you going to? You're going to spear someone. The batsmen aren't batting well enough. The bowlers aren't bowling well enough. They've sacked the coach who wasn't coaching well enough.
The fielders aren't feeling it. The grass is
not growing.
It's not growing
well
properly.
Enough.
Worms underneath the ground have got a bad attitude.
Anyway, Pat Howard, I think, should have been the first bloke to go.
I think they should get Pat Cash in. He's a champion.
Well, if we're going to stick with the Pat theme, then Pat Benatar. She can
Pat
provide entertainment.
Get the 4 Pats in.
Look, I disagree with it, but what do I know? 16 days from outside Ashes, England, wow, they must be short favourites over there by now.
Yes,
Crazy.
I think we'll have a lot of trouble settling into a rhythm. I think the bowlers will be okay. Have we got the right bowlers for those sort of wickets?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Our bowling is our strength for sure. Maybe this will work like in a game of league, Dan, when they sack a coach or something and it galvanises the team. So perhaps that will help. But 16 days from an Aussie boy's dream as a cricketer, it's a big ask.
I welcome it. I think it's a good move. I think it's a good move. I think they should.
Tool.
Well, I think Darren Lehmann will be good. He won't be overly complicated. He'll pick people on form or throw his hat in the ring. It's not all up to the coach. It's not like, it's not like football and stuff like that.
I don't disagree, not even a bit. I just think it could have waited till the Ashes was done and dusted.
I think, but every day they're going to get rid of this guy. Every day that they're, not often I can support a Cricket Australia decision. I think that's the first one.
Yeah, probably. They should make it some weirdo ones lately.
But anyway.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't like it. I'm not happy about it, but what are you going to do? It's done and dusted. Hopefully it helps. I don't know, somehow, some way.
It'll help something. Now we've got to go and give a shout out to Nelson Mandela on his last legs, unfortunately. No jokes.
Well, he might already be gone. We don't know.
They won't exactly tell us, but Nelson Mandela,
stuff.
well done. You brought the Springbok box back, big. You big buck pike.
Apparently you can speak Afrikaner as well. Awesome.
And that's no mean feat.
No.
Look, anyway, I'm not trying to make a joke out of it.
No,
I'm trying to talk
the guy's a legend, and he did indeed.
And the Proteas back to
international
South Africa.
They brought South Africa back to international sport, which is fantastic.
Yeah, which is great.
And obviously done some other pretty cool stuff politically.
We don't know,
which I'm unaware of, but been told it was awesome. Moving on to that, then the rugby. Now the Aussies lost to the Lions the other night, 23-21 in a heartbreaking loss. We had it. It was there.
Oh yeah, I know. Did you see my Facebook post? A professional athlete had to go into the sheds and say, "Sorry, I slipped on the grass. It was real slippy out there."
How can you? I mean, what was going on? Where?
Oh, sorry, I slipped. Yeah, we've seen you slip.
Yeah.
We were all behind you, waiting to win the game. Well, but he missed that other one too, which was pretty easy.
But so did O'Connor. Missed a couple early as well.
But he wasn't meant to be kicking, wasn't he?
No, Lelia.
You'll get it.
It's
easy for you.
It was a tough one. He got knocked out in his first attempted tackle in the green and gold jersey. Boom, out cold.
Yeah. But Israel was fantastic. Our forwards were good. Our forwards, I think, outshone the Lions forwards, especially in the front row.
Much bigger pack.
They were great. They were very, very solid. They didn't give away too many penalties. I was going to say the F word.
Jeez, what about the tiny refs refereeing the scrums? Piss off! Leave them alone, you peanut.
Yeah, what about that Jones in the front row with the long hair? I don't like the cut of his.
He's 127 kegs.
I don't like him. He looks small, but of course that's because everyone's so tall.
That's such a giant. Yeah. They're two wingers, 198 centimetres, the two Lions wingers.
Yeah, I know.
And what's the bloke that scored the first try?
Yeah, well, he was very quick to be. But he was very quick to be a smartass when he was pretty much in the open.
I mean, that wasn't easy. I could have scored that try. However, well, maybe not. I probably would get bashed. But
I don't think you're quite as quick as him.
No, not even a bit. When Israel Folau scored his two tries, where were you, smarty pants? He was nowhere.
No.
Wasn't even in the picture. So he's a great winger that can score a try. You're going to have to learn how to tackle, mate. You're 198 centimetres, 105 kegs. Try tackling.
Yes, he's probably just a little bit all out at sea in there with his defence, but
not Israel. I'm talking about the Pommy, the Lions dude.
Yes, that's what.
Yeah, right. Okay, let's clear that up. Look,
because he doesn't know whether it's the trouble when you're facing someone who's a lot better than you, and you know it. You never know whether to rush up on them or whether to hang back.
Well, I don't know that a bloke of that age, what's he, 21, would have even considered Israel Folau to be... I mean, you know, he looks like a smart ass.
Oh, God.
He acts like a smart ass.
You'd be aware of
just
him.
went dark there.
Yeah.
And the guy, he scored a try, done some other great things, but went missing in action when it mattered most, and he could have... Well, you won, so I'll be quiet now.
Yeah, I know they
That
did
hurts.
win, but I mean, God, they won in the most lamest way you could possibly win. It's a crusade penalty
it was
try.
crap, wasn't it? It was crap. We should have won the game by 14, 17 points in goals, probably.
Yes, we should at least been 12 clear.
Yeah.
Once again, Australia's struggling for kickers. I noticed when a few key kicks were, were fluffed there, that Matty Burke did not have a lot to say.
What? But no, hang on. I was going to just bring that up. Matthew Burke on radio yesterday was big enough that somebody's mentioned in the coverage, bring back John Eales, and he said, bring back Matthew Burke. You missed more than I've ever seen anybody miss. What
in
are
the
you
last
talking about?
few years of his career, it was like he... But then he's disadvantaged because he does not have any noticeable eyebrows.
Well, I mean, you know, you didn't need them.
So, on a sunny day, and I often thought, but he was too proud to get prosthetic eyebrows.
And a fair point, I suppose. Look, the big question is, Curtly Beale, did he have the right tools for the job? No. Why is he wearing moulded sprigs on a wet... It had been pouring rain in Brisbane, you know, the night before, that day, and, you know, it's as slippery as...
He played quite well
stuff.
outside of those two.
I did think he actually played quite well, and he'll probably end up with a starting spot. However, if you're going to kick goals in those conditions...
Please do kick them.
You get your shoes for nothing. Surely you can get some with some sprigs.
I just think that was far too much pressure for that young man. That's all that was.
You reckon that's what it was?
Yeah,
I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got.
That's all we got.
Tools
well,
for the jobs, professionals.
Let's
Tools
take
for
a
the
minute
jobs.
to talk about everything that's exciting happening over at Slice Radio. We'll just take a minute. We had a new podcast start this week. Two gentlemen from Philadelphia, two stand-up comedians, Bradley Beck and Larry Napolitano. I just wanted to get his name right.
Cool.
It's called Liberation. What they do is they run a show called Liberation in Philadelphia every couple of times a month, and then they're taking stories from stand-up comedians and putting it in a podcast, and also telling their own stories. That's lots of fun. It's only just started. Two guys from...
Sounds like fun.
It's all free comedy over at Slice Radio. And there's sports, and there's some music.
And there's some sports stuff.
And but our flagship podcast is Jason Sims Puts You in Your Place. Jason Sims is from Huntsville, Alabama, and every week he interviews a person of note or artist and talks to them.
How long then till he interviews me? Because I'm someone.
Oh, you're on his list. Don't worry about that. I did send a list. He said something about losing a list. Now I come to think of it. But, you know, he's a great guy, and he interviews a person of note about the places they've lived and how they affected their work.
Oh, okay.
So we'll probably never be in the running for this because we've only ever really lived here.
A boring shit. You are.
That was a great awkward pause.
Nice work. It's all going.
What you couldn't
pretty
see
well.
was I was reaching for Stedo's ghoulies.
Reaching.
Reaching. Be my guest is a phrase that comes to mind. All right, well, look, thanks very much. Sorry I put that little bit of spruiking in the end there, but it's in your best interest.
Yeah, get on there, people.
To sit over and have a look. And look, Stedo's on Twitter, and he's also other places on Facebook, most notably.
Check me out, I'm cool.
And if you want to talk to me, I don't know why you would, but you can. I'm also on Twitter as Dan from Orange. And also Slice Radio, obviously, is on Twitter. That's where I like to chat. I don't like to talk too much on Facebook because it creeps me out a bit.
If you want a beanie like Dan's, then...
Yep, talk to my mum. She's not on Facebook, but I do take orders. $84 each, plus GST.
Goodbye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye now.
Should we wave? We should wave.
Yes.